Today I was taking the Rusi up to a leather shop nearby where we live that Amazing Philippines actually highlighted. I'll link the video below here. And the trip is literally just a couple minutes from the house. The trip up there I think is like a 5-minute video, and the trip back, which I included in this video, wound up being like a 2-minute video because I screwed up and didn't turn it on just as I was leaving. But it's just a rehash coming back the other way, so it wasn't that big of a deal to me. So I figured to include it anyhow. But enjoy, and anything that's cool along the way, I'll stop and talk with you about. Yeah, I am still not as confident as some of these guys are. That you're going to notice somebody coming up here in just a second, passing me on the left side. That motor scooters here, motorcycles, that there he goes. That they're crazy in this stuff. And lane splitting, as you just saw, happens on both sides. Eventually, I may get a little bit more confident in doing that. Occasionally, I do now. But yeah, not quite yet. And that actually brings me to another thing. You're seeing this up here in the center of the screen, that if you look across there's actually a countdown timer for the red light. That most of the lights here in Cebu City, Mandaue all have them. Mandaue was the first city to put them in. But it counts down all three. It counts down the green, the yellow, and the red. So that's kind of neat. You can plan accordingly, but I could see them not working terribly well in the U.S. for a few different reasons. Up here, that big tower you can see on your left is actually the Horizons 101 condo. I guess it's the biggest condo, or the biggest building in Cebu right now. But it's like a 55-story condo unit. It's pretty impressive in a lot of what they do. The large white church building on your right is one of the Iglesia Ni Cristo buildings. It's a Christian denomination out here. They're pretty big, and they've got some pretty impressive churches in most every town and city in the Philippines. But they're actually kind of neat, but I haven't spent a whole lot of time looking at them. What's really cool about that one is 5 years ago when I came out here and first met Cindy and we got married, that we actually stood in front of that church watching the Sinulog parade go by. That is one of the longest parades I have ever been to. The road that I'm on is a main road through Cebu and through Cebu City and this area in particular. A lot of stuff goes down on this road. Right now, that there's just not a whole lot of those type of activities going on. The big parades and fiestas and such. There's talk that they're going to try and do something to commemorate the 500th anniversary of the Sinulog in April. I guess the event actually took place in April, but was moved to January because of it conflicting with the Easter holidays and Lenten weekend, or Holy Weekend. I'm actually coming up onto my destination here really quick. The next light, that Jollibee sign you can see in coming up on your left, that's actually the parking lot that I went into. But just as I came up to the intersection, I found out there is a no left turn sign there, so I had to go a little bit past it. And fortunately, there's a Greenwich Pizza. There's a little strip mall that Jollibee's is part of, that I was able to make a left into there and just circle around through the little mini parking lot that they've got. And they actually had some spots striped off for motor scooters. Here they call them a motor, not a motor scooter or scooter. But they are dirt common here. And this is where I parked going into the leather shop. The leather shop is right across the street. You can't quite see it from where this is at. Yeah, I messed up on the way back. I didn't. There was a little bit of confusion in the parking lot, and I just didn't hit the record button as quick as I should have. Coming up on your right is another look at that Horizons 101. It's a pretty neat place. We almost rented a place in there, but the issue with that is you had to rent an additional parking space, and there were no available parking spaces at the moment, so we wouldn't have had any place to put Sunshine, and bringing Sunshine was a deal breaker issue. And then on top of it, they had asked for, at the last minute, after we had paid for it, they had asked for barangay clearances and letters of invite and all this other stuff. And we just, nah, this ain't happening. Fortunately, the lady was really cool and just refunded our money. That I actually took a little bit different route coming back. Instead of going straight up, that I turned here at that Jollibee that we passed, that first Jollibee that we passed. And this is actually a little bit of a back way in. Yeah, a little misestimated that corner. But coming back, I took this way just for something a little bit different. Yeah, this building on the right is called Whoop. That I've searched all over the internet for that. That there's very little information. That it used to be some data processing center. I'm not sure if it's still active or not, but it doesn't look like there's anything going on in that building. And on the right also is the 7-Eleven that we walk to frequently. Now the larger white building in front of you is another condo unit. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure you just saw it right there. But you can see Queensland Manor coming up on the right. And I'll be parking in just 1 second.